Robert Templeton.
Welcome to the University of Portland. We pride ourselves on being ranked 172nd best in business schools and even higher in other categories. I was going to take a tour and I thought you would like to join me, won't you?
After my serious accident, I began to look at the history of UP. Originator of A1 sauce, film location for Shrek, and inhabited by Portlanders, I had a lot to see. We now go to our first location.
Here we are at one of our educational buildings, Buckley Center. A triumph of engineering 50 years ago, Buckley Center is now a death trap in the event of an earthquake. Let's go inside and learn about what the people who work here think about their building. Join me, won't you?
Buckley Center is truly magnificent, but I wasn't sure if it would end up like this. So I started asking strangers questions.
I've gotten an interview with a student. Do you, sir, feel safe in Buckley Center?
No, I do not.
Riveting.
I then went upstairs to seek the counsel of a man who once wore a trendy patch of hair under his lip.
Larry, get out. Okay.
Given that I was getting nowhere interviewing professors and students, I moved on to the chapel of the University of Portland, aptly named the Chapel of Christ the Teacher. And it was at this point I had forgotten that I left our freshman Norman with the audio recorder.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to the chapel right now, and it's fucking boring. I hate it. But you know, it's Oregon, and I'm gonna give. Well, I don't really know, but we're gonna go get some holy water and some snacks. Anyway, film's going on pretty good. All right, signing out.
And now, a tour of our chapel. Join me, won't you?
Inspired by trees and other flammable material, the Chapel of Christ the Teacher is surely the safest building on campus. After noticing a sizable water source, I deemed the building secure and decided to move on to the residences around the university. I began in West Quad.
Right, still rolling.
Now starting. Hey, Robert, where are we going?
And this is Mailing. There are girls here.
Although the exterior of Mailing is quite imposing, it's really quite boring. So I decided to move on to the greatest dorm in the— Oh God!
Lil Pump, D-Rose, ooh, 100 on my wrist. Lil Pump, 80 on my wrist. D-Rose, hey, D-Rose, hey, hey.
It's filler time. It's filler time.
You know what? And now We are at Villa Maria, often credited as the site of the Hindenburg disaster and the Kennedy shooting. Villa Maria is the most famous storm in the world. Join me, won't you?
In Villa Maria, we have bread experts, communist and democratic leaders, factory workers, and perhaps most importantly, we have an Alan.
Alan? What?
After this, I walked past a building that I've seen often, but rarely heard of.
So I hear that our baseball team is also terrible.
Wow. Hey, Robert, what hall is this?
I don't know!
After Norman managed to wrestle me to the ground, we decided to check out the sports arena at UP. At least, that's what they thought.
And now we are in Childs, where we often lose at sports. Join me, won't you?
Hey, where are you going? Hey! Why are you running? Oh my God!
At this point, you may be thinking, why is Robert running away? Well, I realized I no longer wanted to make this film and decided to make my escape. However, Nathan was a very persistent boom operator.
Two hours later.
Well, look, if Robert's not here, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. We gotta do something. We only rented these for a day. Our budget's running out.
Just gonna have to do it without him.
This is Donald P. Shiley Hall. It's our engineering school. You take physics classes here. It's brand new. We just built it a couple years ago. It's brand new, state of the art. One of the yeah.
Okay, so this is Shiley Hall. There's a lot of science that takes place in this hall. Engineering, biology, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. As you can see, there's a lot of engineering that takes place in Shiley Hall, and yeah, I'd say it's pretty nice. It's a cool place to study and everything. So, yeah.
Seeing as I had taken the script with me when I left, my group mates did their best as they went over to East Quad.
Nathan's still setting up the camera. Yes, he done is. Twiddling around with that Canon DSLR. Yes, boy. Mm-hmm. Hey, Peter. What, Lois? Poop. Robert, if you use this sound effect of me scratching my zit, I will pay you $20. Use that sound effect. Known for its lush greenery, this is Fields.
Unable to figure out where the hall was located, they went over to Lund.
Rolling.
Rolling whenever you are.
Welcome to Lund Family Hall, where you will never live.
Noticing my groupmates were struggling, I decided to come back, for I had a brilliant plan for how we could end our film.
And now for the big part of our film, the finale, we need to get permission from P-Safe to use fireworks. Join me. Excuse me, good sir. We need fireworks for the final act of our fantastic film, and we just hope that you could give us permission to use them.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Seeing as P-Safe wasn't going to help me, I decided to go to the library, where I might find some inspiration for what the end of our film would look like.
And now, we are at Clark Library. Join me, won't you?
Inside, I managed to locate a book that may be useful, but first I had to get it out. That not going as I had previously planned, I decided to go and look at sculpture to see if I could find new inspiration.
Robert, get down from there! You're not my dad!
And with that, I ran away for what appeared to be the final time.
Robert has gone missing. We've reported him to the police. We don't know quite what to do next. Our camera is out of film and we are da-da-da.
And I'm afraid on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Thank you for watching and good night.
100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist. What? 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist. 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist. 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist. Deros, 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 deros. 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. What? 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. 80 on my wrist. What? 100 on my wrist. 80 on my wrist. 100 on my wrist. Deros, 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 deros.